on homonyms, remember. What's a homonym? David?
A word that sounds alike.
Sean?
But has a different meaning and a different spelling.
Right. They're words that sound alike, have a different meaning, and they're spelled differently. Give me an example of homonyms. Right. Our and... No, those are two different. Some people say them the same, but they're not really said the same. There are 2 hours, though. What are the 2 hours? O-U-R, to show possession. H-O-U-R, another 2. Right, there are 3 for 2. Another one. I, what are the 2 I's? E-Y-E is what I? Your I, and I as the pronoun, capital I. Ryan? Principal, what are the 2 principals?
One is the principal you have at the school.
Right, like Miss Lanning.
And the other is like a meaning.
The what?
Like a meaning or something.
Like what? Cameron? Oh, like a rule or a law, right. Like a basic rule, a principle. How do you remember which one is which? A little trick for remembering? What are the endings of the 2 principles? David? P-A-L, and? What's the other one?
I-C.
It's L-E. Yeah. No, we have P-L-E. P-L-E. How can you remember the differences? David?
Because if you say
What can the principal of the school be?
your pal.
That's right. Think of the principal of your school as your pal. Okay. Miss Lanning's always around, always talking to people. Is your pal. All right. Easier to remember that way. Guaranteed you're going to remember it on Friday when I give you the definitions. All right. Any other ones?
Sore.
Right. We had sore in the other ones, like a sore throat or to soar through the air. One. Like the number 1, or he won a game.
Colonel.
Colonel, right, that's your list word. Which one? What are the 2 kernels?
Like a kernel popcorn, kernel corn.
Kernel of corn and?
And the kernel like in the army.
Right, colonel in the army, military.
Capital.
Capital. How about capital? Capital. This one's a tough one. Jessica? Capital of your state. How does that end? Capital of your state. Flynn?
O-L?
Nope.
A-L?
A-L. What is the capital with O-L at the end? What is the capital with O-L? And it's not Washington, D.C. That's still the capital. Melissa? The building, right. The Capitol building is O-L. All right. But the capital of a state or a country is A-L.
Capital, like capital letters.
A-L. The only one that's O-L is the building. Capital letters are A-L. All right, look at part B, number 1. These can be in any order. They must be spelled correctly. Number 1 is subtraction, direction, collection, expression, invention, and suggestion. All they had to do was add I-O-N to the base words. Down on the bottom, number 2. First one is vision. Again, all they had to add was I-O-N. Addition, fraction, and division.
Looks like it's O-I.
I think they wrote over that one. That one's all right.
And that one.
Right. All right, the next one was the page that some people had to look up some of the words. They have to have the word spelled correctly on this because it went by the meanings now for these homonyms. First one for capital letters. What's the ending for capital? A-L. Kernel of corn. Which kernel is that? Spell it. Melissa.
K-E-R-N-E-L.
Right. K-E-R-N-E-L. A tree root as opposed to a paper route or route. Sarah.
R-O-O-T.
Right. The school principal. Everybody should know that one. Chris?
R-I-E-P-I-P-A-L.
P-A-L at the end. A military colonel. Pauline?
C-O-L-O-N-E-L.
E-L, right. Cereal for oatmeal cereal. Ryan?
S-E-R-E-A-L.
Nope, not S-E-R.
C.
C-E-R-E-A-L. What's the other kind of cereal? Besides the cereal that you eat? Tree?
A serial killer.
Could be a serial killer, that's true. That's one way. What else? What else, David?
Serial numbers.
Right, could be serial numbers. All right, Flynn?
Or serial like a soap opera.
All right, a continuing story. All right, is a serial, soap operas, or any story that is continuing.
The serial is C-E-R-E-A-L.
Right, Ryan. Number 7, a course of study. When you take a college course, a high school course, which course is that? Ron, which course is that?
C-O-U-R-S-E.
Didn't hear the last. S-E, right. C-O-U-R-S-E for a course that you take. What's the other course? Sarah?
C-O-N-R-S-E.
And what does it mean? Right, something is not smooth, it's coarse. All right, current events. Which current? John?
C-U-R-R-E-A-T.
Right, what's the other current with A-N-T at the end? A real commonly known one. I don't even know if I've ever had them.
Like the raisin or jelly?
All right, it's a type of berry, currant, right, and that's A-N-T. A-N-T. About the basement, cellar. Which cellar? Natalie?
S-E-L-L-A-R.
Nope. Not S-E.
C.
C-E-L-L. Spell it again. Right. C-E-L-L-A-R. Stiff, coarse cloth. Chris.
L-A-R-T.
Ryan, would you stop talking? Again, please.
O-A-R-S-E.
C-O-A-R-S-E. Your day of birth. Jessica? You spell birth. Well, how would you spell birth?
B-I-R-T-H.
Right, B-I-R-T-H. That's right. Bulletin board tax. David? Right, what's the other kind of tax? Flynn?
T-A-X.
What does it mean?
Tax that you pay.
Right, a tax that you pay, a sales tax and income tax. Spelling principle, meaning rule. Natalie, how do you spell principle?
P-R-I-N-C-I-P-L-E.
Right, and the Capitol building. The only one you use these letters for. Capitol building. Sean?
C-A-P-I-T-O-L.
O-L. All right, and down at the bottom, question?
Me.
Yep, no, that's wrong. A road or path is route, R-O-U-T-E. A putting into words, expression. Something invented, invention. Something that is proposed or suggested, suggestion. And a basic rule, truth or law, principle with what ending? P-L-E. Number wrong next to part B. Wrong. When you take your test tomorrow and on Friday, you're going to have to be very careful to make your A's and O's look like A's and O's. We're not going to guess what letter you're making. And also for your pre-test, I may not necessarily go in order of your list. You have to know which words are which. You'll have to know which capitals I'm giving you for a definition, which course, which tax, any of the homonyms that are there.
What I figured I would start with is just to get you